When we think about high-level engineering, our minds immediately go to, like, the massive stuff.
Right, like skyscrapers or bridges.
Exactly. We picture a suspension bridge spanning a mile-long gap or, a skyscraper engineered to sway in the wind without snapping.
Oh, for sure. Or even the microscopic, hyperdense architecture of the microchip inside your phone.
Yes. And in all of those scenarios, you expect absolute precision, right? You expect rigorous structural integrity. You definitely don't usually picture a tiny, curved strip of synthetic hair glued to someone's eyelid.
Yeah, that's definitely not the first image that pops into your head when you hear the word architecture or load-bearing design.
Exactly. But what if I told you that one of the most stressful, highly engineered structural projects happening today is sitting right on someone's face?
It's true. It really is.
Today, we are going hyper-micro on our deep dive. We are looking at the surprisingly complex, high-stakes world of bridal beauty in the year 2026.
It is a genuinely fascinating space to analyze because when you think about a wedding, the stakes are incredibly high. The environment is chaotic.
Oh, totally chaotic.
Right. And yet, the margins for error in the specific area of beauty are literally measured in fractions of a millimeter.
We have a fantastic source guiding our deep dive today. It's this highly comprehensive guide from the wedding inspiration and planning platform Weddizer.
Yeah, they really put together an incredible resource.
They did. It's an incredibly detailed look, focused entirely on 2026 false lash and strip lash trends for modern brides. And our mission today is to explore how this seemingly tiny, almost invisible detail acts as the ultimate structural finishing touch.
I mean, it's just a little strip of synthetic eyelashes, but it does so much heavy lifting.
Right. It's a component that essentially dictates a bride's entire aesthetic.
Hmm.
It handles the extreme physical and emotional rigors of a 12-hour day, and it has to perfectly translate into timeless photography.
Which, if you stop and think about it, is a monumental amount of pressure to put on one single beauty accessory. Getting married involves hundreds of massive decisions, right? The venue, the dress, the catering, the guest list. But if you look at the data and the trends Weddizer is highlighting for this year, today's modern brides are becoming hyper-focused on this specific microscopic beauty element.
Okay, let's unpack the why here. Because of all the things to stress over, why are eyelashes the focal point? Why not, I don't know, the foundation or the lipstick?
Well, because lashes aren't just a surface decoration. They aren't just color painted onto a canvas.
Right.
If we look at the actual mechanics of makeup, false lashes provide crucial structural definition. Think about what a bride actually goes through on a wedding day.
No, it's a marathon.
Exactly. She is crying, she is laughing, she's sweating, and she is constantly being blasted by heavy professional camera flashes. Under those specific conditions, natural features have a tendency to just, well, completely wash out.
That makes total sense from a photography standpoint. A camera flash essentially blasts away all the natural shadows on your face.
It really does. It flattens everything.
It flattens everything into a 2D image, so you suddenly need to build that three-dimensional architecture back in just to look like yourself in the photos.
Precisely. The lashes act as a structural anchor for the entire face. They make the eyes look brighter, wider, and just far more expressive.
And they do it without the long-term commitment.
Right. Without the commitment or the potential follicle damage of permanent individual lash extensions. They give you this perfectly calibrated volume and a polished silhouette that is specifically designed for the lens of a camera.
Because a camera lens operates very differently than the human eye.
Much differently, and it is far less forgiving.
So before we get into the actual styles and the geometry of these modern lashes, we have to talk about the cultural shift in bridal beauty that even got us to this point in 2026.
Oh, the landscape has radically changed.
It really has, because if I think back just a few years, if you said the words false lashes, the immediate mental image was extreme, heavy theatrical volume.
Oh yeah, the caterpillar lashes.
Literally, two massive black caterpillars resting on your eyelids. You could spot them from 50 yards away.
Right, the era of the heavy glam block lash. They were unmistakable.
But Weddizer points out a massive shift in the 2026 ethos. The source notes that modern brides are moving entirely away from that heavy cookie-cutter look.
They want customization now.
Exactly. The new philosophy is all about customized designs that match the bride's personality, her specific dress, and her venue. The overarching goal is now about enhancing natural beauty rather than masking it behind a wall of synthetic fiber.
That's the key difference.
But I have to push back on this premise just a little bit because it sounds like a complete oxymoron to me. If the ultimate goal is natural beauty, Isn't gluing a strip of artificially manufactured hair to your eyelids inherently contradictory?
It definitely sounds like it.
Right. How can a look be completely natural and highly artificial at the exact same time?
That is the million-dollar question. But this is where the industry terminology gets really interesting. What Weddizer is describing is a concept professionals call camera-ready natural.
Camera-ready natural.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because here's the reality. In your everyday life, walking down the street or sitting in an office, your natural eyelashes probably look perfectly fine. But a wedding day is not an everyday scenario.
Not at all.
It is a grueling, unpredictable 12-hour marathon.
It's an absolute endurance event. You're hugging 100 people, you're outside in the humidity, you're on a dance floor until midnight.
Exactly. And your natural biological eyelashes simply cannot hold up under those extreme conditions. They wilt, the mascara clumps and runs from tears, and the moment a professional photographer's flash hits them, they practically vanish into your skin tone.
So the natural look needs some help.
Exactly. So the 2026 version of natural isn't about being barefaced. It's about immense flexibility and unbreakable polish. It is a highly calibrated artifice designed to look like the absolute best, most resilient version of nature.
Oh.
You are basically engineering a natural look that actually possesses the structural integrity to survive the environment it's being placed in.
I love that framing. Camera-ready natural. You aren't faking it. You're just reinforcing reality so it can survive the day.
Exactly.
And because brides now demand this deep level of bespoke personalization over the old, heavy, one-size-fits-all lash, the industry has totally fractured into specialized designs. Weddizer breaks down how these strips have evolved into highly specific styles to match specific aesthetics.
It really is a fascinating menu of options.
So if we are completely moving away from the caterpillars, what is the new baseline for 2026? According to the source, the biggest trend of the year is something called the natural wispy bridal lash.
Ah, yes, the minimalist approach.
It's essentially the ultimate minimalist approach. And what I find brilliant about this design isn't the volume, but the deliberate imperfection.
Right. It's not a block.
Exactly. It's not a solid uniform wall of hair. It features alternating lengths of short and long lashes blended together to mimic the exact way human hair actually grows.
And if we connect this micro detail to the broader macro trends of 2026, the natural wispy style is perfectly aligned with the soft glam aesthetic that is absolutely dominating the beauty space right now.
Soft glam is everywhere.
It really is. This is a total rejection of heavy, sharp contouring. The Weddizer guide specifically notes that this wispy lash pairs beautifully with dewy, luminous skin, very sheer eyeshadows, and hydrated, natural lip colors.
It's the classic, I woke up like this, but I also happen to have a professional lighting crew following me around vibe.
Exactly. It creates a very fresh, youthful, almost effortless appearance. It's become the absolute go-to standard for a romantic outdoor botanical wedding, or for a bride who naturally leans into a minimalist, clean girl aesthetic in her daily life.
Well, let's look at the flip side of that. What if I'm a bride who isn't getting married in a sunlit garden at noon?
Right. What if you're indoors?
Yeah, what if my reception is in a dimly lit, velvet-draped ballroom? That beautiful, minimalist, wispy look is going to completely vanish in the shadows.
Here. It absolutely will. And that's a perfect example of why the environment dictates the engineering. If you are in low light, you need more structural reinforcement.
Makes sense.
That's where the second major trend comes in, the hybrid lash.
Weddizer calls this one balanced glamour, which feels incredibly apt. It's a literal hybrid. You're keeping the fluttery, individual natural strands of the wispy look, but you are physically weaving in significantly more volume and density at the base.
Right, because not every bride wants strict minimalism. Many are looking for undeniable luxury and presence. The hybrid lash gives you a much fuller lash line.
So it stands out more.
It provides serious, elegant eye enhancement. But the brilliance of the engineering is that it does this without tipping over into theatrical, heavy drama. It's for the bride who wants her eyes to pop from across the room.
Balancing classic, opulent wedding elegance with modern restraint.
Precisely.